I think deep down, we were all expecting this day to come, and yesterday we finally got confirmation that the day before has been delayed. Yet again. My name is LtBuzzLitebeer, and welcome to my channel. If you like what you see, please consider smashing that big, beautiful subscribe button, and also make sure to ring the bell to stay up to date on all things gaming related. I've got to admit that my antenna immediately went up when I first saw the reveal trailer for the day before. It was this kind of unique mashup of DayZ, The Division, and it even had some Escape from Tarkov elements. At least visually, it really checked a lot of boxes for me. But since that day, it has been nothing but delays, teases, more teases, missed deadlines, and in general, PR douchebaggery on a level the gaming world has never yet seen. So I'm going to break this down for you point by point. We're going to cut through all the BS, destroy any excuses or theories that defenders of the title may have, and we're really just going to lay it all bare and out in the open. First off, you had to have suspected that something was going down with the day before, because for the last 5 months, it's been pretty much comms dark from the studio, which is in direct and stark contrast to their behavior prior to that period. I mean, we've seen tweets, teases, and all these ultra short trailers on what felt like a weekly basis, and then it was just tumbleweeds. Until earlier this week, when the studio actually responded to a tweet about Prop Night, their other title, and then they fired off this response, "The day before news will be this week." So already they're building up the hype, getting the interest peaked, pretty typical for the studio. But then we find out via IGN that the game has been delayed for nearly a year. Millions of people have added the day before to their wish list, making the day before one of the most anticipated games in the world. Feeling and understanding the great responsibility that we face with enormous gratitude in our hearts, we're pleased to announce that the day before is switching to the new Unreal Engine 5 technology. The transition to a more advanced and adapted open worlds engine will make the gameplay of the day before even more fantastic. In this regard, we inform you that the new release date of the game will be March 1st, 2023. And all of this, the lead up to this announcement, all these teasers, all the drawn out announcements, that low-fire campfire stream after missing some sort of IGN deadline, the lack of raw gameplay footage or a beta, I mean, all of this leads me up to the idea that this game doesn't exist, or at least it doesn't exist in the form that we've seen it portrayed in those trailers. And who does this? Who attempts to hype up a delay announcement? Short answer, these douchebags. I mean, this is like I'm not feeling well, so I go to see the doctor, I get all the tests done, they do all the blood work, they do all the x-rays, crunch all the numbers, and tell me they're going to get back to me in a few days. Then over that time, the doctor texts me with messages reading, "Hey man, big news," when you come in, with like 7 exclamation points. And when I arrive back after waiting those couple of days, they drop the bombshell that I have like 12 hours to live. I mean, seriously, whoever handles the PR for this studio needs to be fired. This game was set to launch in 2021. Delayed. Moved to 2022. Delayed again. And now it's going to be another close to a year before this game will be again set to release. And I personally don't believe that's ever going to happen. And all of this for a game engine shift. And get this, a game engine shift just at 6 weeks to go before going live. Really, the only two things I do believe about their public statement is that the day before is on a lot of gamers' wish list, and the fact that they are shifting over to the Unreal Engine 5. And that's it. So moving on, and when you start to evaluate and look at all of this on a granular level, what does Unreal Engine 5 actually give this game? Now, Epic Games has already stated that moving from Unreal Engine 4 to 5 is actually forwards compatible, meaning they've attempted to streamline this process, making it easier than ever to make that shift. And based on what we've seen in all these trailers, the scripted gameplay reveals, and all that Nvidia RTX footage, shifting over to Unreal Engine 5 would result in minuscule amounts of improvements. This shift would be far outweighed by the internal cost and hours needed to complete the conversion. And if you know anything about game development, it would not take a studio 10 months to make this switch. And so again, I ask, Why make the shift at just about 6 weeks to go before launch? Easy answer again, the game isn't anywhere close to being ready. The studio knew it, they knew it when they announced that there was going to be a beta that never materialized, and they knew if they tried to release the game in its current state, they would be publicly fried to a crisp. And before I start getting any comments about how I need to take it easy on the studio because these kind of delays are going to happen, especially because this studio is located inside Russia, and I need to be more understanding to the current world events going on in that region, just stop with that argument. This studio has been located outside Russia for several years. I believe it's Singapore, so that argument is immediately just moot and dead. And furthermore, they seem to be doing just fine with support and development of their other title, Prop Night, so any claims of COVID or working from home, or again, the studio is located inside of Russia, those are all just squashed. Really, the only saving grace the day before has going for it right now is that it didn't take a ton of pre-orders, a la pulling an Electronic Arts where they just sell and distribute a broken game and then hide behind the legalities of the end-user licensing agreement. And if you're still willing to go to the stake for this one, publicly voicing your feelings that delays are good, and when game developers delay releasing games, it leads to nothing but positive effects, well, I'd like to enter into evidence Battlefield 2042. And all of this argument, all of these theories, these excuses, these ideas, they all lead up to one inevitable question. Will the day before ever be released? And if it does, who's actually going to be around to care about it? And I think this whole scenario would make a great case study for studios, publishers, and execs when it comes down to proving that there is such a thing as abusing and overusing the hype train. Seriously, these guys have done nothing but hype it up with small, manicured clips, set deadlines, miss those deadlines, tease, hype up mega events, show a campfire stream, hey, let's tease some more, drop a 30-minute hot tub stream, tease even more, delay a third time, and then to top it off, hype up the third delay announcement. And this has worked us all up into a frenzy. They've advertised this game as genre defining, like it is poised to just blow the fucking doors off of any other survival game yet seen. But I've seen nothing to convince me that the studio or this game will ever live up to what it was built to be. I guess my question to any of you that are still ready to defend it is, are you still a believer? Who knows, maybe I'm just too cynical and salty to believe that the day before will ever see the light of day, and if so, leave me some feedback in the comment section below. Make sure to pound that sub button and ring the bell to stay up to date on all things gaming related. If you could also rate and or share this video, it would be greatly appreciated. You can find and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and over on my Discord server. Links to all my socials in the video description below. Until the next one, this is LtBuzzLitebeer, signing off.